we stand at a very critical threshold. For far too long, our habits, our industries, and our mindsets have acted as a barrier. Barriers which has separated us from nature, from other life forms, and above all, from our own selves. But the real power lies in transforming those barriers into bridges. Bridges that will reconnect us to nature, to life, and not just human life, but all forms of life. And above all, it will connect us to our inner wisdom so that we can channel our knowledge into action and our compassion into our choices. Because the crisis of the environment is not only about resources, it's about relationships. And we have to strengthen those relationships by pivoting them around truth, love, compassion, and justice. My dear brothers and sisters of the prestigious Kothari Institute, before I begin my formal presentation, I'd like to begin with a story. And not my story. It's a story of a being that's greater than all of us. Story of our home. Story of our planet. Story of our earth. And for this big story, I want you to imagine with me that the entire 4.5 billion years of history is compressed into one cosmic year. Which means that on January 1st, the Earth is born, and 31st December, midnight, is this moment right here. And we'll try and pivot it around just one aspect of the creation, which is life, which begins on February 15th. By March 15th, multicellular organisms start to evolve. It's not until late November that we have life with organs. December 1st, we have the first tetrapods that start crawling on the surface. December 22, the dinosaurs come into picture. One day after Christmas, December 26th, an asteroid strikes, boom, and dinosaurs are gone. December 31st, 11:35 p.m. Just 25 minutes before this, we, Homo sapiens, wise humans, walk this earth. 25 seconds before this, Gautam Buddha comes on this planet and teaches us the values of ahimsa, non-violence, and compassion. The same message is again resonated by Lord Jesus himself. 11:59, 58 seconds. Just 2 seconds before I am trying to tell you bridges and barriers, the Industrial Revolution begins. And in these 2 cosmic seconds, we have burned through more resources than the Earth can regenerate. We have destroyed 70% of all animal species. We have ravaged through the size of 11 Indias. That's the worth of rainforest we've destroyed. 11 Indias. We've dumped 2.3 trillion tons of carbon dioxide, and that has caused global warming. Now I know these grand figures, this history, this is too overwhelming, too distant, too detached from our mundane lives. So let me personalize this crisis for you. If you live in North India, I do, you are here, you lose about 12 to 14 years of your life to air pollution. Every year, 1.7 million Indians die prematurely due to poor AQI. That's 1 every 20 seconds. About 2030, it's a prediction, we will have 170 days of extreme climatic events. 170 days of extreme heat, cloud bursts, crop failures, desertification, superstorms. We'll be fighting for survival for half a year. That's 2030. Diseases that were just limited to specific equatorial regions, Japanese encephalitis, dengue, cerebral malaria, chikungunya, are now becoming more potent and killing across geographies. Superstorms, once-in-a-century events, are now annual rituals of destruction. And who do we have to blame? Within 2 cosmic seconds, we waged a war against the only place we call home. Now, we've established the barrier part, or the what of the problem. Let's try and now focus on the how. Because I don't want that wise man to be true who said, until the last tree is cut, the last river poisoned, the last bird shot, would we then realize that money can't be eaten? I don't want that to be true, and I'm sure nor do you. So let's try and delve into the reality, because we think that climate solutions lies with the politicians, with bureaucrats, with AC conferences and big auditoriums. But that's not the truth. That's far away from the truth. The truth, my dear friends, is that you and I are the most potent forces of either creation or destruction this planet has ever seen. And we have to reclaim it. It's all in the choices. Because as one story goes, in our own minds, there are 2 wolves. One evil and one good, constantly battling each other. You know which one wins? The one we feed. The one we feed. It's always the choices. And that's when I'll talk about the how. Because, my dear friends, this how is etched deep in our ancient scriptures. It's more ancient than even kingdoms. It comes through to us through Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, through the wisdom of Jainism, Sikhism, and Buddhism, the Sattvic way of life. And today, I'll just discuss one aspect of Sattvic way of life, which is our diet. Because let me be very clear, the most destructive industry that is rampaging our environment is not oil, is not power, is not mining, is not coal. It is the world livestock industry, or the global meat industry. And how? Let me bring back to you to the UN resolution of 2013, which released a report titled Long Shadow of the Livestock Industry, which clearly says that the greatest threat this planet faces is through this industry, which is responsible for more greenhouse gas emissions than the entire planes, rockets, trains, buses, bikes, ships combined, and 40% more than that. This very industry is the sole reason for the destruction of forests. It's the #1 cause of deforestation, especially the lungs of this earth, our Amazon. Since 1950, we've destroyed 59% of our lungs, scourged them. And how? Just through this industry. 95% of this destruction has happened because we have cleared pastures just to grow feed for animals that we raise artificially. It's the same industry that accounts for 70% usage of all fresh water and is the leading cause of species extinction. How? Let me break it down to you. 1 kilogram of chicken requires 12 kilogram of grain. Mutton, 18 kilogram. Beef, 26 kilogram. 26 kilogram. That's one person eating for 26 people. And in these times, when most of the nations are plagued by hunger, every year every day we lose 40,000 individuals. 90% of them are babies to hunger and malnourishment causes. 40,000. That's one every 2.3 seconds. Imagine this. At this time, we are trying to grow food for others. You know how much 40,000 is? 3,000 people died in 9/11. Our lifestyles are causing 13 to 14 9/11s every single day. And water? Einstein said the next world war will be waged on water, not on land. 28,000 liters of water for producing 1 kilogram of beef. You know how much 28,000 liters of water is? You can take a 7-minute shower for 2.5 years every single day. That is how much a family can eat in just one dinner sitting. And what about the others? What about the animals? Shouldn't we care? Imagine if all this didn't happen. Are we allowed to just rampage the other like this? Are we? Should we? If you ever loved a dog and cat, you would have realized what true love is. It's the same for a goat, it's the same for a cow, it's the same for a donkey, same for a pig. So my dear friends, think about it. Suppose an alien race descends on us right now, a very advanced alien race, right now, and it starts farming us. Takes all our males away and butchers them in cold blood. And then takes all our mothers, sisters, daughter, and girlfriends and locks them up into very tight cages, artificially impregnating them every single day so that they can reproduce continuously in this torturous cycle of evil. And then their babies are taken away and killed. What would we do? Wouldn't we shout in horror and say this is evil? This, my dear friends, is not an imagination. This happens every single day. And we, most of us unwillingly and blindly, and some of us willingly participate in this. Think about this. 1.2 billion animals are killed every single day. And before you let that sink in, chew on this. 96% of all the mammalian weight on this planet is humans and the livestock they artificially create. And the rest, from camels to giraffes, from bears to wolves, from dogs to cats, from elephants to whales, from kangaroos to platypus, everything in 4%. 4%. Lord Bhishma said something about dharma, which was resonated again by Jesus Christ. Do unto others that you want others to do to you. I just fold my hands and ask you, I'm very happy that I am the last speaker before lunch, that feel for the others the way you want others to feel for you. So please, I wish you all the best in life. You will become very successful. That's what I pray for you. When you become successful, think about the planet. Make your cars green as possible. Make your houses green as possible. Make your energy greener as green as possible. But whenever you sit, look at your plate, try and make it green for the planet, for all life. And that's all. Thank you for listening to me. Still have 45 seconds. In the 14 minutes that I spoke to, just remember, we lost 2,000 kids to hunger. We lost 800 million animals to taste buds. And we destroyed rainforest the size of 257 football fields. Think about it. Chew well, chew healthy. Thank you.